Morning everybody. Today's session is about the black sheep breaking that bloodline cycle. You know, being the black sheep of the family isn't a curse, it is a calling. The black sheep isn't the one who's broken, it's the one who sees what's been broken for generations and refuses to keep pretending it's normal. You're the one who looks around and says, this stops within me. You start to see through the patterns, the silence, the guilt, the emotion wars. You see how people repeated the pain because they were never taught love. And instead of passing it down again, you decide to stop. I'm not having this no more. I have to heal this. But here's the truth nobody tells you about. When you are the one who heals that bloodline, you become the mirror that shows others what they are hidden. That's why they call you difficult. That's why they distance themselves. That's why they whisper that you've changed. Because you are no longer matches the old vibration. You're rising into truth, and the truth always exposes what's been buried. Spiritually, this is a sacred work. The universe chooses one from each bloodline, the one strong enough to feel it all, to cry and uncry tears. To speak what everyone else swallows. It's not a punishment, it's a purification. The black sheep isn't lost, they're actually awake. They walk through loneliness because they clear in energies that centuries old. And yes, things do fall apart. Families divide. Jobs, friendship, relationships all shift. It's because everything built on illusions can't stay standing when they start living in the truth. There are no winners at first, just silence, confusion, and deep soul ache. But in that ache, you're building the bridge to the new earth. This isn't about you, it's about the whole lineage, the boundaries you set to rewrite genetic DNA. Every time you choose peace instead of chaos, you're reprogramming your ancestors and your children's children. You see, the new earth can't carry the old frequency or control or fear and survival. It's built on freedom, compassion and awareness. So when your life feels like it's composing, understand this, my sweethearts. It's not an ending, it is a transforming. You're breaking contracts that were never yours to carry. You're healing your grandmother's grief, your father's silence and your mother's shame. You're setting them all free by choosing love instead of repeating the pain. So yes, you might walk alone for a while, but remember, solitude isn't a punishment, it's a sacred space. It's where the black sheep becomes the shepherd, where the cycle breakers become the healers, and when the misunderstood becomes the master teacher. So how to keep going with this? I want to give you some tips, because when you've learned to break this, when you've learned to master this, anything comes at your feet. Forgive, even when they don't apologize. And 9 times out of 10, they don't, because they think you are the problem, you're the issue, you're the one that's causing all the drama. So release guilt. You're not abandoning your family, you're just healing from what their higher level can't accept. Journal what hurts. Write. Turn pain into understanding. Ground yourself in nature. In the earth, knows how to cleanse old energy, and say this too often. I honor where I come from, but I am not bound by it. I walk in light, but the generations to come. Because you are not a curse, you are chosen. The black sheep's walking through darkness to bring light back to the bloodline. And one day, when your children's children feel peace, where there used to be pain, they will whisper thank you to the ancestors who broke this chain. And guess what, my darlings? That is you. You are going to break them. Being the chosen one, and I don't like to use that word because I think everybody has this power personally. I don't think it's like, oh, Rachel, you're the chosen one. No, I've just decided that I'm not going to accept this illness and this generation's loop everybody's in. I'm not going to listen to what society tells me I've got to be, or it has to be that way. Nah, I don't mind breaking the rules now, as long as I do it in a pure heart and it's in a good way and it's for our children's children. I send back healing. I ain't going to do what everybody tells me I've got to. I will. It's not even rebelling, it's growing. is grown to understand that you are very welcome to carry on in that loop. Revenge, overthinking, or not sitting with yourself and actually listening to yourself and understanding the healing. The thing is about this, people, family, friends, or even just acquaintances, especially if you're not enlightening and if you're not open to any possibilities, because you're quite happy to understand the Wi-Fi, but you can't see that, but you think the spirit, the energy, the vibration, it's all woo-woo because you can't see it. But actually, it's been hidden from us. Everybody has this power to break every curse, every bloodline pain. I had an experience, I think it was beginning of this year, late last year. I was meditating in the moon, and I had an experience where I went back into my past. I saw my grandparents, my mum and my aunties, and it was the hardest feeling I ever went through because I felt everybody's emotion on that day. And that day I knew what I had to do in this earth. I had to break my family cycles. And I speak a lot to people because I have a lot of people who has the similar thing. They felt like they were the black sheep of the family. They felt like they were never understood. And I was like, well, why do you think that? Because you are here to heal that. You are healed. Well, everyone can break you. Everyone can say things about you. You are still willing to sit there, send healing to every single person in your bloodline, ancestors, even if you don't know them. And you sit there willing to. I sit here and I'll say, I am Rachel Christine Laura Nixon and I am the beacon of light. I command that I banish all fear, anxiety. I do all the negative, and I said I'll remove it from my ancestors, my loved ones, my pre-incarnations, my bloodline. And I say that 3 times every day, as well as in the present and every other timeline. Because I don't want our children's children to grow up in that cycle of loop of fear, control. You have to do it that way. You have to go there, because if you don't go there, it's not really respectful. No, I'll respect it in my own way. I'll do what I believe. As long as I'm not hurting anybody, I'll do it my way. I'm not going to be in that selection of fear and control because you told me I've got to do that. Nah, I don't think so. And you can do the same. It isn't about revenge. It's about outgrowing, seeing the patterns and decided I choose a different way. And I sit here every day, heal my family's past traumas, the cycle, the hurt, the betrayal. And the thing is, everybody has that right to sit in within that. Everybody has the right to grow. So instead of being horrible to that family member or that friend or that colleague, sit back and actually say, what pain have they gone through? What generations, what their family members had to go, and they ingrained. You can rewire your mind and change your DNA. I have, because I am that possible, and you can that possible. And it's not like, oh, Rachel, Christine, you're the chosen one. Everyone has this power. It's hidden from us. What's lied to, it's hidden because we have that power to control our mind, control our reality, break every curse. But the thing is, if you people know that they can really do this, the G people, they have no control over you. They have no control over me, because I see the illusions, I see the lies, I see the fear, I can see the control, and I see all the cover-ups. And I know it's hard because we are in a place now where everything we try to, do good, heal ourselves. We got things around us constantly stopping that vibration. Our food, our clothing, our bedding, the things we brush our teeth with, the sounds we listen to. The G people do it to bring a low vibration down. So it's hard for you to get off that loop, off that cycle. But I am telling you, my darlings, you can do this. You become that cycle breaker. You don't need to be a chosen one. You just decided, I'm not having this anymore. I don't want this for my children's children or my family's children. Don't do it for the ones who are horrible to you, because they are living in that illusion that it's okay to do the way things you do and the way you think, and getting up in the morning thinking, oh, here we go again. Do I have to go through this shit? Actually, no, you don't. You can walk away with love. Still give healing every day. Stop taking on people's pain, people's emotions, because you carry so much. I never thought you could let go and still love, still give healing. And it's great because you're not holding on to that attachment of their pain. You send healing, you see the pattern, you see the way they say, what they do, how they go about things. And it's incredible when you see that pattern. And you can break that. You can break those family curses, that bloodline. Yes, it's difficult at first because, for about, say, I'm 37 now. I say 34 years, I battled, listened to everything. And I used to hold on to it, resentment for it, couldn't understand why. And as soon as I saw that pattern, saw what I was doing, I was like, why am I doing that? I don't want to be that loop. I don't want to do what they are doing. I don't believe how they do that. If they want to do that, that's absolutely fine. That's up to them. That's how they want to live their lives. And you shouldn't change people because that's who they are. You have to wait till they wake up and realize, well, yeah, I see it this way now. And then you support them. Don't judge them for it because you were once that person. So break that cycle today. Let them talk about you, because one thing I've learned, the more they do now, I use it for power. I use it for wisdom, because it's like, well, you just proved my point. Everything I've just said of what you lot do, you're doing it. You're showing me that you're doing it. So use it for power. Instead of turning it around and going insecure and make yourself bitter, make yourself ill, overthink it, listen to those little bits, what they just said. Yeah, I hear you, and that's your opinion. That's where you look at it, because you are controlled to have that society of loop, because you should, example, I use these examples, it's an easy way to explain. In the morning when it's Monday, oh, I don't want to get out of bed, oh, it's going to be a crap week and I don't want to start this new week. Actually, it's a beautiful day today. It's going to have a fantastic week. It is literally changing every single word. Like, I've got a bad back. Oh, my back's just a little bit healing today. I've just released some negative energy. And people say, what the hell are you doing? But it works. Look at me now. I'm happy. I've never been happier. Someone said to me, and honestly, I still reeling over it. I'm like, why? They said, I want to be you, Rachel Christine. I was like, what? I am the most complex human being on this earth, and you really want to be me? And they said, yeah, because you've healed so much. You've nearly healed all your past. You know who you are happy, you're positive, you know your passion, you know your goals. And I sat back and I'm thinking, I was really ill. I fought all this on my own. I passed my masters. I'm breaking all cycles, family curses and bloodline. I got myself qualified. I'm happy. I've cleared all, I like to say 95% of all my pain and trauma and all that. And I sat back and I'm thinking, wow, yeah. And I did it on my own. Well, I like to say my family supported me and helped me towards the early years, but the last 4 years, I have done it on my own. But I have my family to thank for always being there and supporting me. And certain friends who I don't speak to now, they had a great impact. And the best thing is, when you're enlightening, it's like every single bit what's happened to me, even the most horrendous stuff, I am so grateful it's happened, and I wouldn't want to change it, not one bit, because that has given me the experience, it gives me the power, it gives me that I can help more people, right? All these little experiences I've gone through, I've got the wisdom now, I've got that pain, how it feels like, so I can put out there, I can understand more things than more people can ever realize, because I've been through them all. And it's because now, and because I give back healing and not hate, you can break that cycle. Let them say what they want, because actually you're sitting there, while they're slating you, you're sitting there healing all those traumas, all their pain for their children and for their loved ones in heaven and beyond, their ancestors. So you keep doing what you're doing, keep breaking those cycles, don't listen to what you're supposed to do in families and in relationships, your friendships. Nah, I don't think so. I don't rebel, but I'm not going to be controlled and feared because you told me I'm supposed to do it this way. I don't think so. And you don't have to either. As long as you do it in a pure and follow the law by the G, people. Nothing can stop you, my darling. You have a choice. You can live in fear. You can carry on with that loop every day, and it's your choice. You know, there's no judgment of that. But please tell me, let me tell you that there is another way. You don't have to live in fear and control. And I'm living proof of that. So keep going. Have a beautiful Monday. I hope you've got some information and that you don't feel alone in this hard bloodline, black sheep of the family. Because it is great when you finally realize what's going on, how you're doing it. You're not afraid anymore. You're not feel control over it. And if they do say something, oh, you just proved my point. So there you go. So have a lovely day. I love you. And you know what? The sun always does come out tomorrow.